sat himself down at the table in the kitchen. He was shaking a little. Oh, how he hated Grandma! He really hated that horrid, old, witchy woman. And all of a sudden, he had a tremendous urge to do something about it. Something whopping, something absolutely terrific, a real shocker, a sort of explosion. He wanted to blow away the witchy smell that hung about in her room. He may have only been 8 years old, but he was a brave little boy. He was ready to take this old woman on. I'm not going to be frightened of her, he said softly to himself. But he was frightened, and that's why he suddenly wanted to explode her away. Well, not quite away, but he did want to shake her up a little bit. Very well then, what should this whopping, terrific, exploding shocker be for Grandma? He'd have liked to put a firework banger under a chair, but he didn't have one. He would have liked to have put a long green snake down the back of her dress, but he didn't have a long green snake. He would have liked to have put 6 black, big rats in the room with her and locked the door, but he didn't have 6 black, big rats. As George sat there pondering this interesting problem, his eye fell upon the bottle of Grandma's brown medicine standing in the sideboard. Rotten stuff it seemed to be. 4 times a day a large spoonful of it was shovelled into her mouth, and it didn't do her the slightest bit of good. She was always just as horrid after she'd had it as if she had been before. The whole point of medicine surely was to make a person better. If it didn't do that, well, it was quite useless. So, ha-ha, thought George suddenly. Ha-ha, ho-hum. I know exactly what I'll do. I shall make her a new medicine, one that is so strong and so fierce and so fantastic it will either cure her completely or it will blow off the top of her head. I will make her a magic medicine, a medicine no doctor in the world has ever made before. George looked at the kitchen clock. It said 10:05. There was nearly an hour before Grandma's next dose was due. Here we go then, cried George, jumping up from the table. A magic medicine it shall be. So give me a bug and a jumping flea, give me 2 snails and a lizard's 3, and a slimy squiggler from the sea, and the poisonous sting of a bumblebee, and the juice from the fruit of a jub-jub tree, and the powdered bone of a wombat's knee. 100 other things as well, each with a rather nasty smell. I'll stir them up and I'll boil them long, a mixture tough, a mixture strong, and then hey-ho and down it goes, a nice big spoonful. Hold your nose, just gulp it down and have no fear. How'd you like it, Granny dear? Will she go pop? Will she explode? Will she go flying down the road? Will she go poof in a puff of smoke, start fizzing like a can of fizzy coke? Who knows? Not I. Let's wait and see. I'm glad it's neither you nor me. Oh, Grandma, if only you knew what I've got in store for you.